check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right.
Well, good evening, everybody. It's it's evening time here. Getting dark. I know the time goes back. Does time go back tomorrow? I think I'm gonna set my clocks back tonight. But anyway, shout out to everybody that's here now, everybody that will be listening later. Shout out to the replay game. Make sure you hit the like button, add your comment if you don't mind, and share the care. Wanted to do a little podcast here because tomorrow morning, because it's warm outside, I'm going to be going out. I'm going to go to Best Buy tomorrow, look at some stuff. Ain't going to buy nothing, just get a sense of what's going to be out there. So shout out to everybody. And I may do a podcast Sunday morning. Yeah, maybe Sunday morning because I don't think the Bengals play to the evening. I thought I was going to be able to go to the game. I thought the game was at 4. But there's an 8 o'clock game, and I have to go to work the next day, so I couldn't get off on Monday. So, but all right then, that's pretty much it for that little introduction. But what has everybody been doing? Big shout out to Porter Rock, who did a upload today. I finally got to watch that. That's why I was running a little bit behind on this. But yeah, go check that out. He did a real good job of he did a really good job as far as kind of. The same guys that told you that there was doom and gloom with Sony, now are the same guys that told you back in 2013, 2014, try to pay them no mind. I mean, I want to go to this first story just to, pull this back up here. Because a lot of people either they didn't see this or they didn't catch it, but let's put this up on the screen. So SIE made a, they made a purchase against this Q1. So this is when all your purchases are being made. And this is a Jim Ryan purchase because Jim Ryan is still in charge over there. So, but this, they probably started talking to them months ago to this group. And ISIZE, what exactly is it? That's what people are saying. We got a gaming studio. However, what they do is they go ahead and things that they need for cloud stuff. You know, this is why this is what it looks like. What is Sony going to do? What it's looking like to me, and I'll just speak for myself here. Shout out to the late great Optimus Code. Let me speak for myself here. This is a company this is an AI company, and you can see here they do AI powered solutions to deliver bit rate savings and quality improvements for the media entertainment. Says the acquisition provides SIE or Sony with significant expertise in applying machine learning to video processing, which will benefit a range of our R&D efforts as well as our video and streaming services. So once this stuff starts getting integrated, if you're gaming on Sony system using the cloud, I want to make this clear. If you're doing streaming in the premium tier, this is going to help save you bit rate space so that if you get dips in your internet, which I have Spectrum, I need to really look to see what my internet speed is as far as Wi-Fi. I need to look again, but again, I've had no issue with the streaming of anything. I've streamed about 5 things. Now, I want to make it clear that here's what I don't like about streaming. I said this the other day. I tried to stream while streaming and it wouldn't let me do it. Also, there was no HDR. Now, that could have been because I downloaded or I was playing the wrong version of a game that may not have had it. That could be user error first time I did it. But I've done like 2 or 3 games streaming. Just streaming for about 35 to 40 minutes. I'm like, all right, this isn't bad. Now, I haven't done anything in like Forbidden West that was stressful. I am going to do, Ghost of Tsushima, because that game at the very beginning, within the first, 10 minutes, you're fighting on the beach. So if there's going to be dips and all this latency, it would happen there. So I would like to just see that. That's when Jin Sakai and his grandfather are riding on the beach. So we'll see that. But it says here that, but that's what this company is doing. So I'll give you my opinion on the thing that, what's Sony going to do? I think one of the things you're seeing them do is they're doubling down. I guess that's the best way to say that. They are doubling down on cloud-based services. They're doubling down on cloud-based services. Now, remember what I told you all. You may not like the answer that you get with whoever is coming in, but it looks like they're doubling down on the cloud stuff, okay? Because this is a major investment with this, with controlling your bit rate and things like that. So Dan Gaming, shout out to him, since the clocks go back usually on Sunday. Yeah, I know. I'm going to set mine back tomorrow, though, because I'll forget. Because Sunday night, I'll be asleep. So tomorrow's the last day of officially spring, or summer, as far as the clocks are concerned. And why do we use daylight savings time? Because the people, the powers that be, don't want to use the Native American calendar, which was actually like 13 months or something like that. And they went with 12 months. Stupid. Anyway. But yeah, shout out to all the people that are members here. Also, big shout out to the new subscriber. Let me double check his name here. The Legacy. He's a new subscriber. He subscribed about 3 days ago. So shout out to the Legacy. And but shout out to Briaros and J-Roll. He is in the house. So, but yeah. So that's that company. Now, I'm saying this because if they're in trouble financially and things are falling apart, you're not going to double down and make an acquisition for future things. And again, this is going to not just help gaming. This is going to help if you are streaming the movies, if you're in the premium service. That's why I'm like, this got my attention because it's more of a if you're in the premium service. So if you're in the premium service, what's your opinion on the game streaming? I streamed I started to stream the Spider-Man movie the other night, but I decided to, it was Sunday night and I was like, I gotta go to bed. So I may do that later on tonight. And it's hard to believe it's only 6:45, and it's all this time next week it's going to be what? So we fall back. It's going to be 5:45. So it's going to be like, oh. So I'll be getting home at 4:20 ish, 4:30 ish, and then there's maybe going to be an hour and 10 minutes of daylight before it gets dark. So, but that's what this is. And if you didn't know, that's why I'm here. Okay, now you know. So not only do you know that they made an acquisition, okay, and again, you're in Q1, so this is where most of your acquisitions are going to get done. I mean, and now maybe they'll announce them in Q2, but they set everything up from last year going into this year. And remember, they're already on 2024. Sony is already on 2024. Their Q1, which is the first business quarter, started in October. And the game that they released was Spider-Man, which seems to be selling very well. So shout out to everybody that bought it and and the people that plan on buying it later on. So, because I know a lot of people allegedly are going to buy it in the next couple weeks. And there's a lot of sales starting to happen. And my goodness gracious, there's some sales starting to happen. So, but I wanted to start that out first. Also, what are you guys playing this weekend? I'm going to finally start Resident Evil 4. And I can't remember if I've already downloaded the I can't remember if I've already downloaded the DLC, the Ada Wait DLC. So need to get back on that. Haven't even started it yet. So going to probably do it. So also I want to talk about something that I got a back and forth I got onto it with Twitter with some dude, this some clown. Microsoft going third party, and I was like, hey, Call of Duty is free on PlayStation if you get one of the new PlayStations because it's a bundle. And it looked like it's a bundle. And the dude was like, oh, it's not free. I'm like, dude, it's free. I mean, it's you don't have to pay. You can buy the console and the game comes in there as part of the bundle, and it's only $500. So he's like, well, it's not free because Sony had to pay Activision and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, and so what? I mean, it's not that big a deal. And that's if you wanted to buy it like that. And he was like that, well, now Microsoft makes more money. I'm like, yeah, it's a 70-30 split like normal. I said Sony is treating Microsoft like any other third-party entity. They're getting a 30% scoop on that. So, and that's it. I mean, again, that's if people decide to stay in the ecosystem. Apparently, but this dude was getting mad, and I'm like, look, Sony's cloud-based gaming runs at 4K native, and it runs at 60 frames per second, and maybe higher than that. And he was like, well, they're not going to get the games natively. I said, yeah. I said, duh. Who said they ever were? I said, I think they're going to get the games natively down the road, but the first step is getting the games over there through, getting the games over there through the cloud, which is what Microsoft wants. Now they can abandon that, I guess. In theory, they can abandon it, but it's not what they're doing. Microsoft is doubling down on cloud as well with Azure. So it is what it is. These dudes are just, like I said, they're punching air. They're just saying all kind of crazy stuff. The reason why that list got put out. Shout out to J-Dub and the other guy on Twitter. I can't remember. I think his name was Eric something on Twitter. Shout out to him. But everything on that list is accurate, I believe, up until Q2, which is because MLB The Show wasn't even on that list. I'm like, where's MLB The Show? So, but you also have to remember that Sony only releases 2 AAA games a year on average. Now, there's some years that's different, but overall, it is 2 AAA games a year. One of them is MLB The Show. I think in 2020, I guess they released what? Was it Ghost of Tsushima 2020? Let me ask Alexa, when did the video game Ghost of Tsushima come out?
The video game Siberia was released in 1995.
Oh, Alexa.
Video games.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, when did Ghost of Tsushima come out? Oh, it went off. Alexa, when did Ghost of Tsushima come out?
The film Ghostbusters was released.
Oh my God, never mind. Anyway, Alexa, stop. Anyway, yeah, I know Ghostbusters was in 84. Yeah. All right. So, but I think Ghost of Tsushima came out in 2020, and then MLB The Show came out in 2020, and then The Last of Us Part 2 came out in 2020. So, and that's really, I think, the last time they released 3 AAA games in a year that I can remember. Because the other year previous to that, 2018, was it 2019? What? Or when did it come out in 2019? I can't remember. It was either 19 or 20 that game came out. Because I get that game confused with the release of Days Gone. And Days Gone, I think, was a 2019 game. But maybe not. Oh, One Trick Pony said that Chocolate Thunder got double life and once. Yeah, he might. He might. I mean, these dudes are out here mad. This is what it looks like. I don't, it wasn't going to be some big fanfare that they went third party. But, I mean, they talking about now they make games for, and people say, well, what about MLB The Show? And how come that's not considered? I said, well, no, Sony does make MLB The Show. However, Microsoft cut a deal with MLB, and MLB takes the source code that Sony has, and they have to give it to a third party, and that third party puts the game on Xbox, and then they have to work out all the other things on playing, crossplay and things like that. Make sure you hit the like button, people. I know it's Friday night. I know it's fine. That's fine. That's why we're here. It's Friday night. Friday night. Just hit the like button. So yeah, Chocolate Thunder got double life, and but this is what third party gaming for Microsoft looks like at the beginning. They're not just going to jump 2 feet in and say, we will now publish these games on. No, again, the cloud stuff, they're giving it to Ubisoft. Ubisoft is then going to pay for the license. And then once Ubisoft gets the license, they can license it to whoever they want. Amazon, ISIZE, all that other one, GeForce, whatever it's called. They can just say, yeah, here you go. So, once Sony shows first party games, watch out. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't have an issue with what they're doing because they've got, they have that Final Fantasy coming out. We still have Resident Evil 4 VR coming out. You have Helldivers, if you want to play that type of game, that's coming out. So again, that's all. And then MLB The Show is coming out. So they're fine. That's the first quarter of the year. And remember, the Q1 starts in October. So the first game they got out the gate was Spider-Man. That's reality, guys. That is the reality. Now, I get it because the reality does not contort or conform to what these fanboys are saying. And that's what Porter Rock was saying. Because it doesn't comport to what they want, it's this is damage control. There's nothing to damage control. This is the information is out there for everybody to see. So, but again, it says here that terms of this transaction, including the acquisition costs, are not disclosed due to contractual commitments. So again, that's fine. That is fine. And so it is what it is. It is what it is. But they're not. This should. If you were in the camp of they're in trouble and stuff like that, and I'm not saying that you are, this should take you out of that because nobody's going to acquire something in the first quarter of the year only to not acquire it. So, Sup for you said he just beat Spider-Man. Is it SM2? I assume that's Spider-Man 2 last night. So the game is amazing. No pun intended, I guess. Goaty. Okay, yeah. I've heard nothing but really good things about it. I'm still, if it makes any difference, where am I at in the game? I'm supposed to go to the Coney, something like that, the Coney Island or whatever they're calling it. I'm supposed to go there. That's where I stopped. I'm like, oh, this is a good place to stop because I can go ahead and I'm still playing Madden. I think I'm 7-1 in Madden. So I think 7-1 in Madden with this year's Bengals team. So still haven't, lost to Cleveland like normal. I did beat Baltimore in a very, 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 very tough game. Beat them 20. What was the score? I beat them 27-17. Very tough game. So, but yeah, this is for that now. And it's disappointing. It's disappointing that there are people out there that are just, I'm not going to say they're lying to you. I'm going to simply say that they're simply not sharing all the information. And again, everybody knows who it is. They know who these guys are. Don't have to get all upset and point fingers and things like that. So, but again, what do you all think of the purchase? You think it's a good purchase? You think it's kind of like, whatever. What do you think about the purchase? And again, if you game on cloud stuff, okay, if you game on cloud-based stuff, what do you think of the purchase? So now we'll do an extra thing here. We're going to go ahead and go to some TVs because somebody is looking for a TV. So I'm just going to look at 3 high-end TVs because I don't know what people are looking for. So we can go ahead and go to this one here. This is the C3. This is an LG. This is one of their higher end TVs, the 65-inch, and I'm going to bring it down to the 55-inch. You can get the 55-inch C3 right now for $1,299. $1,300 in my state. This TV would be $1,329 and some change. So that's where I live. Now, if you're looking for a TV that you just want to watch movies on, okay? If you're looking for a TV that you want to watch movies on, then all you need is a 60 hertz TV. But this is a TV. This is a C3. I know there's several people in the chat the other day saying that this is what they bought. Now this is only 55 inches. You can see right here, this is the C series, things like that. But if you want to stay within this range, this is the B series. There's a B3 out, and you can see the B3 is only $1,000. So I'm going to recommend the B3 over the C3 because there's not much difference in the picture and things like that. There's just not. They do the exact same thing. Overall, I don't know why the C is more expensive because I've asked about it and they said there's no differences. I think the C3, I think the B3 and the C3 have the same screen, but you all can check that out. But if this is about you all trying to save a little coin, you can go 55 inches on the B series. And this is the TV I recommend. I recommend the B3. $1,000 gets you out the door with it. All right. You walk in there with, you walk in and this is in my state. So my taxes apply here. I'm in Kentucky. So this is in my state. So, and again, I don't activate any plan. This TV is not even in my state right now. It's not available, but I recommend this. Now, if you purchase now through December 30th, you can return it by January 13th. So you can give it a trial. You can take the car out for a drive, so to speak. But this is the first TV I'm recommending. I put the Craig the Tech Guy stamp of approval on this. This gets you in the good money range. This is an LG OLED. It's one of the better ones. All right. And it does all the bells and whistles. Now, the downside to LG's TVs is that you may have to get a sound bar. And that's because the speakers aren't going towards you. They go towards the walls. They go behind. So you don't get as good a sound. You don't with LGs. They actually do recommend the sound bar with the LG. So you may want to step up. That's why I'm saying now with this, you get a sound bar, a couple $100. You're looking at, $1,300 out the door. That gets you in the game, so to speak. And again, this is the first one I'm going to recommend. Now, the Sony TVs, the Bravia, you're gonna see, you're gonna be paying a little bit more. Okay, now you want to stay away from the X85K. That's the one I got. Don't buy anything in the 85s. Okay, here's where you at least have to start. Is this one right here? Okay, the bare minimum, the 90L. Start with this one. You want the full array. That's what you want, that full array. You want those deep colors that Sony gives. If you have a PlayStation 5, this is the TV I recommend out the gate. Again, It's $1,000, G. And it's the Bravia. It's got the Google Smart TV, which is not, it takes time to get used to the Google Smart TV. But and if you buy this TV, look at this hot offer. Look at that. You can get a sound bar. Now, Sony's TVs with the sound is fine. All right. But you can actually, I could drag this and drag something else in there. These sound bars are ridiculous, but that's this one right here, this 7.1, my God. So here's another one, Dolby Atmos. Again, these are deals. I don't know about sound bars. I don't have a sound bar. I use the 3D headset. But again, this is a 55-inch screen TV. This has your full array, does a 120, blah, all that kind of crazy stuff. Your PlayStation will know it's hooked up to a Sony product, and it will set itself up. So when you turn your PlayStation on, your TV will come on. It does stuff like that, So again, if you have an Xbox, I recommend a Samsung TV. We'll look at the Samsungs next, but you can clearly see Sony, to their credit, is trying to compete with LG with a full array LED. Now, brightness. Sony's TVs, especially the 90 series, I don't think get as bright, but it is a good TV. This is a good TV. It's 55 inches. I know people are like, I want 65. That's fine too. But I wouldn't spend over $1,000, and I'm not gonna recommend you do that. However, I understand you gotta you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. If you want to go up, that's fine, but you're gonna pay for that. Okay, you're gonna pay for that extra 10. Like Chocolate Thunder, that extra 10 inches. And let's look at it. Look, well, now wait a minute. This is only $1,000 for 10 more inches. So I stand corrected. It's $100 more for so you all do that math. You go 65 for 1,000, and again, this is in my state, all right. And they have this at my store. I can pick it up in an hour. But my key thing to you is to stay away from the 85 series. Just don't you have a lower. And it's not that the TV doesn't look good. It's just you have a lower color gambit, and it don't look as good as it could. All right, doesn't look as good as it could, And but you get the sound with the Sony TV. But I'm gonna recommend the 55-inch. That's just me. However, if you can get 10 more inches for $1,000, you may want to make that purchase too. And you don't have to do the sound bar because Sony's TVs, like I said, have excellent sound. So now we'll go to Samsung's TV. So we'll just look at this real fast. So again, we got to stay away. So let's start with you. You want to start at the bare minimum with their 80 series. Okay, so we'll look at the 80 series, and you're looking at $1,000. So again, just to get you in, this is $1,000. And I think this TV does do. Of course, you can have 8K and stuff like that. So this is without the extended warranty. Remember, Samsung, Sony, and LG. As soon as you buy the product, make sure you register the product because that starts your 1-year warranty on it. And you can always go back and activate the extended warranties at Best Buy, just so you know. But I would start with this one. This is a QLED, so it's going to be extremely bright. It's going to be extremely bright, and because this is a Samsung TV. And now if you want to do the Big Daddy, you get into the S95s, which I know that's what people are going to say. What about this? What about that one? All right. So we'll go up here to the window. Whoops. All right, there it is. Samsung TV S95. Let's see what we get. All right, so now you see how this is your entry TV here, then you step up. Now, this is the C series of the S95. You might be able to find the B. Let's see if we can find the B. 95B. Let's see what pops here. Looks like they do not have any in my part of town, but I'm going to guess the S95B is going to be around this price right here. Going to be around $1,200, but that's a guess. and you get 1 month of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Remember, if you buy a Samsung TV, you get access to Xbox Game Pass. So with the Samsungs, which if you have an Xbox, I highly recommend the Xbox for Samsung TV users. It's just they have some of the same component cables. There's a reason why Microsoft always strikes a deal with Samsung, and that's because that TV, again, even at Best Buy, when you go to Best Buy, you're looking at the Samsung TVs, when they're running game footage, it's always of Xbox. Again, that's fine. I'm not mocking it. I'm a big Samsung guy. Remember that. And this is back when I had my 360. I had Samsung televisions because of that. And I had LCD Samsung. I still remember my LCD I got from friggin' Circuit City. Walked in, Best Buy, wrapped it in its own bubble. It was an out-of-box buy. He was like, nah, man, it's a good TV. At the time, it was 44 inches. I thought I was in heaven. Came home, had it in standard, messed around, effed around. I got a triple-double and turned it on the dynamic for Samsung. And I tell you now, I was 80% done with Mass Effect on a Mass Effect playthrough. 80% done. Guess what? Because I saw how bright that Samsung TV was, I went back and started over again. I was just amazed at the brightness. So, but again, if you're in the market for televisions, I would start here with this one. But you can see here right now, they're not on sale yet. Samsung always got a sale going on. Just because they don't have it up on their website here doesn't mean you can't walk in and get a deal on Samsung, because they will put their stuff on sale for you, and they will match prices. So just check that out. And again, I want to make this clear. These TVs that we looked at all have the 120 hertz and all that kind of stuff on it. If you just want to watch regular, good old-fashioned Blu-rays and stream, I recommend the A series. Hold on, people. All right, sorry, folks. That was somebody knocking on the door for voting, because we're having an election Tuesday. We have an election Tuesday for governor. So, let me scoot up here. But where was I? Oh, yeah. So again, the TVs we looked at today, folks, that's for gaming mostly. If you want to just do Blu-ray movies and stream, you don't have to get a 120 hertz TV. I would recommend, now there's lower spec TVs. You can look at the Hisenses. I would recommend that next, and maybe the TCLs next. But for gaming, yeah. Boycott Activision said 10 more inches. Oh yeah, we're talking about the size of the TVs. I promise you, nothing bad was going on. So yeah, guys, I mean, that was it for the TV segment. I wanted to add that, and hopefully you all enjoyed it. So again, I recommend just go over it again. If you have a gaming system, the LG system sits right in the middle. All right. The Samsung, if you have an Xbox, go with Samsung. If you have a Sony TV, if you have a Sony PlayStation, go with Sony. Now, does this mean it's going to be terrible if you put a PlayStation up to the Samsung TV? No. It just means that you have to remember that there's a reason why Microsoft advertises with Samsung. Okay? Sony is going to advertise on its own TV, so it is what it is. LG, I think, has one of the better pictures. I think they have a better picture than Sony does, but Sony beats them with the sound. So, and Samsung is, for me personally, is just too bright but I still like Samsung. So, so, and I would still get a Samsung TV. I mean, I knew when I bought my Sony X85 TV, as soon as I hooked up my PlayStation, I said I made a mistake. Like as soon as I hooked it up. But when I hooked it up to this OLED, I was like, oh my God. Dude, I was like, oh man. So yeah. But we'll close out with the third story here, which is Xbox going third party. And why I said it, why King Thrash said it was, I know for me personally, why I say it is, and I said this on 60 Frames No Lag, that this is something that Microsoft has been wanting to do for a while, and they're doing it. And you know, the whole case, well, the games are they're gonna make first party, third party. Yeah, we know. I mean, it's, you know, I don't know why they argue about this stuff anymore. It's like, yeah, we know that they're going to still make first party games. They've said it. How do we know? Because they've said it, right? But overall, they're not. They're going to do third party game deals. Look for them to try to get some games on the Nintendo system. Just look for that. All right. I don't know which games they're going to do, but look for them to put those games on, some games on the Nintendo system, because they said they were going to do it. All right. And so I expect Nintendo to take the games. So, and then expect within the next 2 years, Microsoft to approach Nintendo. Expect them to approach Nintendo and ask for a Mario game or something like that. That's the way they're going to do it. That's the way they're doing it. And but there's nothing wrong. I want to make this clear. There's nothing wrong with Xbox going third party. I mean, that to me is the best place for them to go. You know, they can't outdo Sony. They're getting outsold 8-9-1 in European nations. I saw an NPD from September, and they're just getting their trunks blown off. So they're getting out. I don't know if I'm very close to saying there ain't gonna be no more Xboxes, but Phil Spencer has not sent his design team home. Matter of fact, his design team's the one that came up with the the Series S, I'm sorry, this 1 terabyte, this $400. And also, if you want a Series S, there is a starter bundle for like $299 or something like that, or $399. But it comes with the S. It comes with like 6 months of Game Pass, and you know, it's the regular one, the 512 gigabyte one, the one that's a potato. But that's their most popular selling Xbox. The Series X isn't. So, and you know, it is what it is. I for one am excited to see Microsoft go third party, and you know, because I mean, I'm people are like, well, you're taking Phil Spencer at his word. I said I didn't, and I didn't take Phil at his word until he testified. Now, I didn't like the fact when he said Sony's an openly hostile company towards us, and that's because Sony isn't going to play ball, I guess you want to put it like that, the way Microsoft wants them to do it. I thought that was disingenuous. However, you know, it worked because they got the Activision deal passed through. So yeah. Paul Game wants 80 inches. Okay. So, but yeah, for a TV, that's for me personally, where I'm at, that's too big. That would take up my entire wall. Yeah, because I'm at 55 now. And yeah, another 30-inch would push it. Yeah, it would be outside. The TV would be going through the window. So, but yeah, that they're going third party, and I don't mind it. I want to give a big shout out to King Thrash. I mean, we try to tell you guys, everybody, oh, we are this, and that. No, this is the way things are going to be for them, and that's fine. I got no issue. I got no problem. I got, you know, I don't mind it because I have everything. And yes, you know, I still have my Xbox. You're like, well, you said you're going to sell it. As soon as I get my computer built, which I'm going to the shop on the 24th, the day after Thanksgiving, I will be going to the device pit stop, and I will be dropping off the parts. I do on Friday. I do need to get an 850 watt PSU. PSU, power source unit. So once I get that in, and I'm assuming that's going to come in around the 15th, the very next week, I'm going to make my appointment at Device Pit Stop. Be like, hey, look, I'm coming there next Friday. You know, it's going to be morning. What time y'all open? You know, day after Thanksgiving. Oh, we open at 8 o'clock. All right, I'll be there. I'll be there. So, all right, but guys, yeah, I'm just looking for any questions now. We're in the Q&A section at this point. We've been here for about 45 minutes. So, yeah, we'll do a little Q&A with you all for the next 10 to 15. And let's see, we're looking for any questions out there. And also put in the chat what you're playing. So for me this weekend, it's RE4 and Spider-Man 2 and Mass Effect 2. So that's me. I'll go first. So that's what I'm playing. But just checking to see what you guys think you're going to be playing. So, but yeah, that is it. And if nothing, then we can get on up out of here and I can finish watching Power Force. But that's what I'll be playing this weekend. So probably 2 hours on each. May throw in a Madden game as well. So yeah. And I do still plan on buying a PlayStation Slim. I do want to try to get that on the 10th as well. So if I can't get that on the 10th, then I will get the power source unit. Or I may get both. I may get what's the term? I may get a wild hair. So, but what is going on, Boycott Activision? Certainly hope you're doing well. And shout out to everybody that's here, like I said earlier. So, but all right then. Well, I tell you what then, it's 7:15, so I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna start gaming. And you all take it easy. Have a good rest of the evening. Hang out with your families and things like that. And I will talk to you guys probably Sunday morning. I'll probably do a podcast Sunday morning. Deuces.